What is up, everyone? This is Coach Austin here, coming to you with hyper strength and conditioning here, where we nerd out and work out. And today we're going to be talking about One Punch Man's workout. I know everyone's been doing it. You see all these people online doing the One Punch Man workout, and you got to do it true, and you got to do it every day, all day. They try to do it for 30 days straight, and they may have lose weight, shed fat, all that fun stuff. But what I'm going to be talking to you about is it a legitimate workout? I was actually talking to this with one of my clients this morning while we were doing our virtual coaching session, and she watches anime and all that fun stuff. But she was actually like pretty interested. Like, is it really a legitimate workout? That's a really good question. Is it a legitimate workout? It's a workout. You can do the workout. You can. I mean, there's a press, there's a squat, there's sit-ups, a lot of flexion. All right, and then you run. Okay. Will it develop power? No. Okay. If you are a beginner, is it a great workout? No. Not if you're a beginner. The reason why I say that is because if you're a beginner, meaning that you've done nothing, no physical activity whatsoever, and then you jump into this fucking workout where you do 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and 100 squats. That's 300 reps of movements that you haven't done at all. And then you're gonna run 6 miles after that. Think about your joints and your ligaments. If you're young, if you're like in high school, you can get away with it. Okay? If you're in high school, I mean, you're young, dumb, and fearless, and all that. If you're a high school student, please be mindful of doing the workout. But you know, high schools are hard-headed. I know. So, but everyone else, if you're like in your 20s, if you're in your 20s, you can kind of get away with it. 30s, yeah. So, but long story short, if you're a super beginner, I wouldn't suggest doing it. But if you really want to do it, I would break it up. I would do like 5 sets of 20 of each movement and take a breather and take a rest. Take your time, okay? But is it a legitimate workout? It's a legitimate workout as far as getting you moving. If you're intermediate to advanced, it's a great workout. As far as if you just like, it's one of those days where you're just like, I'm not on a program, I just want to do something active and fun. It's a cool workout. But the one issue I have with it is there's no pulling. There's no when you look at exercise programs, you look at movement. Like, why are we doing certain things? Like, why are you doing the push-up to the sit-up to the squat? Why isn't it squats first and then push-ups and then sit-ups? Like, it's specifically, and you have to understand, I don't know how much thought went into this. This is like this is a workout from a very popular anime show, so of course people are gonna jump on it. But I truly believe like the storytellers were just like, yeah, I mean, this sounds cool, let's just put it in, because you know, it's just whatever, they're just trying to tell a story. I don't think they consulted an exercise physiologist or even a coach to be like, hey, do you think this is a proper workout? It's just like it just adds to the fun and the story and the depth of the character. I mean, I totally get it, but to put it into exercise science terms, like it's great to build, you know, muscle endurance and stamina, great body weight workout, but there's no pulling. So you're doing it's a lot of pressing and then squatting, and then flexion. So it's a lot of this. Like the pressing is all the pecs, shoulders, triceps, right? And then, you know, the curl, the sit-ups is all like the abs and all that. And then the squats is you know, glutes and quads. But like, first of all, with the squats, are you guys even going down to parallel or below? And I'm not trying to be an elitist and being like, oh, you have to go to parallel. But it's like, how mobile are your hips? Because there's gonna be people when you try to squat, you're like, you can't, your heels come up, you can't go all the way down, you feel it on your knees. It's because you're not optimally loading your body. You're not moving proficiently in the movement. So that's the thing. Like, not everyone can squat efficiently. So you need you need to ease into it. You need to be able to understand how your hips are moving. But you don't know if you're just a beginner. That's why I don't like it for beginners, because if you're a beginner, you're like, fuck it, I don't know. If you're an intermediate or advanced person in fitness, you kind of know already, like, oh, okay, I'm not able to go to parallel. Oh, I'm able to go to parallel, but just that. You kind of know your limits. You know how your body moves. You're well versed in the skill and the movement, the biomechanics of your own body. But again, there's no pulling, there's no rotation, there's no lateral movement. You gotta think about all these other movements. People just think like squats, push-ups, pull-ups, and lunges, and not even lunges. They even just like sit-ups, and it's cool, but you gotta think about movements, like moving this way, you know, moving this way, right? Extension, moving, look at all the back. How come you always have back pain? Because you don't work the back. Everyone's like this, like hunched. And when you get hunched, your actual lower, the lumbar spine, that's how they actually, that's how it actually like pinches the disc, because everyone's like hunched. You look at the mechanics of it, look it up. This is a brief overview, okay? I'm not trying to like get too much into detail, but from an exercise science perspective with the One Punch Man workout, it's a cool workout, it's a fun workout if you already know what you're doing and like your intermediate and advanced experience level, like training age. And what I mean by that is like if you've been training like for more than 5 years, you're like intermediate, like you just got into intermediate. Advanced is like 10 or more, 10 more years, 10 plus years of training is you just got into the advanced. Not just like, oh, I'm totally advanced. No, like after 10 years of like constantly training, you just got into the advanced, and then mastery is like way beyond. Because everything you do in movement and exercise is a skill. It's a skill. And you have to understand how to manipulate the skill, use the skill, when to use the skill, how to use the skill, all that fun stuff. That's again, I'm just really going into depth right now. But and yeah, do I do the One Punch Man? Yeah, I did the One Punch Man workout last week because of this whole shelter in thing. But I didn't do the run, and I instead did 100 rows, like kettlebell ballistic rows, because I wanted to add pulling. I wanted to add pulling to it. I mean, then the next day I did a run. But I wanted to add a pulling aspect. If you want to make the One Punch Man a well-rounded workout, a more rounded workout, I would add a pulling element. Pull-ups, perhaps, but instead of like a vertical pull, let's do a horizontal pull. Let's do some bent over rows, or some row ups on something, or one arm rows. I mean, pull-ups, if you really want to do pull-ups, TRX rows are great to add into it. So, and the way I would restructure the One Punch Man workout, I would start with the legs first. I would start with like 100 squats, and then I would do 100 push-ups, then we'll do 100 rows, or you could even swap the row. You could do 100 squats, 100 rows, 100 push-ups, and then finish with 100 sit-ups. And then go for your fucking, and then I just added 100 on top of that. I just added more volume actually. I would go for the run later. But that's what I would do as far as restructuring the One Punch Man workout, making it more well-rounded and making it legitimate, a little bit more legitimate. But yeah, tell me what you think. Tell me your thoughts. Comment below what else you want to know about anything else, maybe my anime workouts. I just happened upon this one anime show that was pretty hilarious. How heavy are the dumbbells you lift, or something like that. It's fucking hilarious. Look it up. But yeah, this is Coach Austin coming to you with hyper strength and conditioning here in San Jose, California, where we nerd out and work out. And we will see you guys later.